Around the region from the North Country to Cambridge, Vermont. And of course, Karen is standing by with a look at the worst hit areas. And thanks for watching. I'm Matt Austin in for Lauren tonight. Our team coverage begins in Malone, New York. Meteorologist Michael Page spent the day in Franklin and Clinton counties. He has a look at what's happening there now. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Matt. This is still a very touch-and-go situation. The water on the Salmon River continues to rise. Residents say it's the highest they've seen it in 20 years. Just in the past couple of hours now, water from the river is flowing straight down Pine Street onto Willow Street. Police officers and Franklin County Emergency Services on scene now discussing mandatory evacuations possibly coming for this area very soon. National Grid also on scene, potentially cutting power as the water continues to rise. Some people have already evacuated. Jeremiah Dumont bought his house along the Salmon River in Malone looking for relaxation.
Yeah, I just purchased this on December 20th. I closed and, I moved here from Los Angeles. I've always wanted a house on the river.
But on Tuesday, normally peaceful currents became raging rapids.
Yesterday I woke up and it was pretty low and boom, wake up today. It's out of control as far as I'm concerned.
We went out and got as many sump pumps as we could. We bagged up the sides of the house as best we could.
Residents say this is the highest the water's been in some 20 years, rising 6 to 8 feet in just a few hours' time. And now the water is racing right against homes and decks behind me. With the water rising, officials urge Lafayette Street residents to seek higher ground.
Village police came by last night around 1:30 and took information for everybody and took like a head count on the street. And they told us that if we were to leave, that we had to call 911.
Another call to leave came around 5:30 Tuesday morning. Only a couple homeowners evacuated. A few streets over, Jeff Rosenfield came home early to assess the flooding and clear nearby storm drains. He agreed. Flooding this bad is unusual.
It's not that often. Like 20 years ago, it was up here in the side yard.
Dozens of Franklin County streets were closed by flooding, including Rosenfield's. At least 4 culverts were also washed out, according to emergency managers. Farther east, the great Chazy burst its banks, threatening roads and homes from Champlain to Mooers Forks. One homeowner who's lost part of his deck in past floods and doesn't have flood insurance anxiously watches the water climb.
I've seen it as high as maybe 16 feet in the center. It coves in the center.
And back out here live now in Malone, the water again continuing to rise. Officials expect it to get worse tonight before eventually starting to recede tomorrow. As a result, road closures continue to mount. Here's a partial list of the closures right now. Willow Street in Malone that we're on right now closed. College Ave is closed. Lafayette Street closed. Park Street closed. But again, officials are closing streets very quickly now as the water keeps coming up. Road closures in Ellenburg Center as well. Of course, never drive through flooded roadways. It's very unsafe. We'll have more coming up throughout the night at 7. Live in Malone, New York, I'm meteorologist Michael Page, ABC 22 News. Matt?
A nervous night for many New Yorkers. Thanks, Michael.